Today's video, gloves. All right, so we just have a couple of gloves laid out. Not a huge selection and nothing super in-depth that we're going to be talking about. Just a couple of quick features and kind of a quick look at some of the gloves that we've been using over the last year and a half, 2 years. We're going to start out with a couple of gloves from Fogy Garage. This is their Chief glove. They just sent this one out to us, and initial impression, super high quality as expected from these guys. It's a really cool looking glove, kind of a light sand camel color, kind of some distressed look there around the knuckles, and then pretty neat little snazzy brass fittings there around the draw cord. Good quality leather, the stitching, double welt stitching everywhere. Very impressive. Getting into kind of some of the quick features, as expected, you got some ventilation there. You've got the knuckle protectors on the back. Cool feature about the inside of these guys is they're lined with a memory foam material, so it's a very comfortable fit when you're making that fist around the grips. That's not going to get to be an irritant. Kind of a neat little deal. An additional protective padding here going over the draw cord. Then on the palm side, you've got reinforced leather here around the bottom of the fingers, as well as the palm area. You have a little protective pad there. Probably the neatest thing about this glove to me, I can get it inside out here, this lining is actually level 5 cut and abrasive resistant. So it's kind of a Kevlar material, and it runs throughout the entire glove, into the fingers, palm, backside, all the way around. So you're getting a very high level of protection with this glove, not just with the protectors on the outside and the additional padding, but that level 5 cut resistance is going to do a lot for you. It also has some antibacterial properties built into the inside to keep them nice and fresh. I can't remember. I want to say that these were touchscreen compatible. I'd have to look again. But very nice, high quality glove. A pretty good amount of protection with these. You couldn't really ask for anything more from that aspect. Now, they are a little bit on the pricier side of the spectrum. I want to say these are coming in around $170, $175, and they have several different colorways for it: brown, black. I think they have some with like some brass knuckles on them and stuff. Very, very good looking glove, very high quality glove. Exactly like I said, what you would expect from Fogy Garage. Just a great company. Now, this is another glove. This one's called the Ibex, and this one's also from Fogy Garage, kind of extreme opposite to the Chief. It is a very soft, very lightweight, pliable, thin glove. I rode with this one quite a bit, and it is comfortable, very thin, very soft. Limited amount of protection, so all you have here is a very thin layer of foam on the back side of the knuckles and some reinforced leather here, kind of an additional layer. But as you can see, these are tried and tested. These went with me on a gravel road, and I went down, and these saved me from a lot of pain and picking gravel out of my skin. So it kind of proves the point that even a small amount of protection is better than nothing at all. And this leather, again, even though it's not thick, it did the job. So if you're looking for a lot of protection, something more like the Chief is probably what you're looking for. But if you're looking for just like a really good summer glove, and this is more like it kind of has that driving glove style, very short cuff, snap on the bottom. But it's a good glove. It just doesn't offer a lot of the other protection like the other option there. But I think the Ibex is coming in around $60, $70, somewhere around there. So a lot different on the price point as well. But another great option from Fogy. Now, the next glove we're going to take a look at, this is the Thumpa glove from Pup Moto. These guys are out of Australia. And this is by far the favorite glove in my lineup. I use this one almost every time I'm on the bike. These are the ones that I reach for. They just fit well. They broke in very nicely. It's kind of like a distressed, retro looking, like a coffee brown leather. The leather is perforated front and back. So it makes for a great summer glove, but I've ridden with this one in the fall time frame, and it still offers a good level of warmth, keeping the wind and stuff out. But yeah, kind of an all around, just a great glove. Short cuff with a little pull down tab here, Velcro strap, knuckle protectors on the back, reinforced leather area here and on the palm, and these are touchscreen compatible. If that's a feature that you enjoy. I don't really use my phone a whole lot with gloves, but it is nice if you need it. But again, these are just a great glove. They look good, they fit well, they're pretty snug, not a lot of extra loose material. And I want to say the Gen 3 is out now. And from what I understand from reading that description, they fit a little bit better, a little bit more give and stretch. But these are coming in at like 70, 75 bucks. So I think you're getting a lot of bang for your buck going with a glove like this. And again, it's a good looking glove. So you're getting some style, but you're also getting a lot of function out of it. The next glove we have here, this is one that I've had probably 7-8 years now. It's just a good solid glove, nothing fancy about it. But this is the Icon Pursuit glove. They still make this. I want to say it's about 70 bucks too, yeah. But it's just a good glove. The leather wore in very nicely. It's a very pliable, very comfortable fit. Knuckle protectors on the back, and then you have that same protection coming down on top of the fingers to that first knuckle point. Inside, you got the reinforced leather stitching like the other gloves had. Very comfortable. These are not touchscreen compatible. They're just straight full grain leather. But again, I've had these things for 7-8 years now. They've held up very well. No complaints at all. Still a lot like the black Pup Moto from design. You know, you got a short cuff, pull down tab, knuckle protectors. I personally like the black Pup Moto a little bit better, just because, you know, you're getting a little bit more of a classy old school look. This is just a good everyday beater glove. But both of these are great gloves to go with. The next two that we've got in the lineup, these are ones that were sent to us by Sullivan Glove Co. out of Oregon, and they're not motorcycle gloves. I do think they have a couple of options for motorcycle gloves now. These are just kind of everyday gloves. These are called the Shorties. These are in the deerskin, and these are in the bison. A lot different here too. You can feel that with the weight and the pliableness. I mean, you can see that the deerskin really just folds over, whereas this one has a lot more rigidity to it, a lot thicker, a lot warmer. So I've ridden with this one quite a bit. I like it. I think it's a good look. It's just a simple, straightforward glove, no additional design or anything on it. Again, it's not a motorcycle glove, so you don't have the knuckle protectors or the reinforcement, but kind of like we talked about with the Ibex glove, you don't necessarily need a lot. You just need something, and even that thin layer of leather did the job. These are a lot thicker than even that glove, so I'm pretty comfortable riding in it. I know a lot of people don't even use gloves that have the different protection levels in there, but a very comfortable glove. It broke in very quickly. There's a good amount of stretch with it being the deerskin. Very happy with it. Your hands don't get too warm during the summer. Now, these gloves, the bison gloves, they are a lot thicker. You had a lot less give in the material. Something that I think these are going to be great for is this fall, winter time frame, just because they are so much thicker. A lot more material there to cut that wind factor down. The cuffs on these seem to be a little bit more, again, rigid, so it's going to have some issues interfacing with your sleeve. You might have to tuck those in or whatever. But the one thing I did notice is, again, because they are so thick, you don't have as much give, so you have some resistance there when you're riding. But still just a great glove. I think both sets of these are around 70 bucks. And again, it's kind of cool. They're made pretty local to us. They're in Oregon, so not far, but great gloves. Even though they aren't motorcycle specific, they do offer a good level of protection and double as great work gloves around the shop, around the property, whatever you need them for. All right, so that's what we've got for today. We don't have a lot of options laid out right now, but we do have good options. These are gloves that we have used consistently for the past year, 2 years, with the exception of the Chief that we've just been sent, that we can say we personally attest to these being quality gloves. I'm very happy with them. We do have another video that's going to be coming out hopefully within the next couple of weeks. We'll see how that goes. But some people have reached out asking us to do some comparisons between the more expensive gloves we have here and then some more budget-friendly ones that they found on Amazon and some different places. So we're going to be testing those out, looking at them, checking out the quality, the protection level, all the specifics, and then doing a side-by-side comparison with some of these. If you do have some gloves that you would like for us to take a look at and add to the comparison video, please reach out, let us know. We're happy to try to include as many of them as we can. We also have some boot reviews coming from Trip Machine, Fogy Garage, our everyday boots from Thorogood and Thursday, ones that we've used a lot riding. So we're going to do some of those videos as well as some jacket reviews and some other gear and stuff. And then most importantly and most exciting for us is the shop is just about done. We're almost finished with it. We're putting the finishing touches on things now, and we'll be able to bring you guys in and do more videos here in the shop, behind the scenes, what we're working on, the different techniques that we're using, all the pains and frustrations dealing with rebuilding bikes, building custom bikes, and restoring classic cars. But that's kind of been the goal for a long time. We've wanted to be able to bring videos to you guys of what's actually happening in the shop, and we're just about done with that. So we're very excited to be able to have you guys along to view all of this stuff as we're working on it, instead of just seeing the finished products that we're putting out. So looking forward to bringing that to you. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to that as well. Stick around, a lot of exciting stuff coming.